Hi everyone, Renee here. This video is going to be about something I'm all too familiar with, which is how I treat my skin when it's dry, but with acne. Dry skin and acne are definitely two words that you're not used to seeing together. Acne is a skin condition. It can affect you regardless of what your actual skin type is, and it does. But I think when you have dry skin, you have acne, you just feel so uncomfortable with the notion of actually treating your dry skin because you feel like it might make your acne worse. That's not true. Right now I feel this is timely because we're in the heart of winter. So even if you did have oily skin in the summer, right now you might be experiencing drier skin. Other than that, you could also be taking medication for your acne, which can be causing a lot of dryness, or maybe you're having adult acne and your skin just isn't as naturally moisturized as it once was. When your skin is dry, your barrier is already compromised. But when you're breaking out, you have that additional inflammation, angriness, infection, irritation. So I'm actually even gentler on my skin when I'm breaking out. Your routine really needs to be super simple and with a single focus of anti-inflammation, calming, soothing. For me, that means very selective actives. I would actually put most of them on hold. You can always get back to them once everything has calmed down and cleared up. Retinoids, I would definitely continue using those, but otherwise vitamin C, azelaic acid, AHAs, any kind of harsher exfoliant, I would definitely put on the back burner. Once your skin has just calmed down, that's when it would be beneficial to bring them back because they can really work on, the scarring, the redness, all that residual zit stuff. The cleansing step, probably more important than ever right now. You do have to be careful because it is also the step that can really aggravate your skin more if you're breaking out, especially if your skin is dry. Dry skin does not need to be stripped further. That will only create a bigger inflammatory and increased protective response. The protective response would be pigment. And we definitely don't want those red spots to last longer than they already do. First cleanser, as always, oil-based, as long as it emulsifies and rinses off completely clean. During breakouts, I'm particularly not a fan of the oil cleansers that require a washcloth to remove because I feel like my skin always looks red when I do that, and I just don't want to cause more inflammation. The second cleanse should really be completely non-foaming. Any cleanser that foams while you're applying it on your skin, I'm not a big fan of, but if you have a really gentle cleanser that comes out as a foam, mainly because of the pump, those usually are pretty gentle. My favorites for dry skin while it's breaking out, super simple, the Paula's Choice Hydrating Cleanser, also La Roche-Posay's Toleriane Gentle Hydrating Cleanser is gorgeous. Dr. Sam's Flawless Cleanser is the only gel cleanser I like for dry skin, and especially dry skin that is breaking out, because it doesn't foam at all, but it is such a nice, rich, gel-like texture, and it cleans fantastically. This brand is actually specifically for those with adult acne concerns, which includes those with dry skin as well, who wants maybe those nice rich textures, but without it actually being really heavy. Hydration is such an important step that is just not emphasized enough in treating acne. Again, the narrative has always been dry, dry, dry out. Well, you don't have to dehydrate your skin in the process. Layers of hydration is a good thing. I think if your skin is oily, you don't really need that many layers. But if your skin is dry and dehydrated, then layers are your friend. Whether you're doing 7 skins using the same toner, or you're using a toner and a hydrating serum, whatever, just hydrate your skin, but keep it simple. But the only active I would recommend using if you're not already using retinoic acid is a good BHA, but particularly this one, the Paula's Choice Iconic 2% BHA Liquid Exfoliant, because it is so hydrating. It's quite heavily hydrating, actually. You only need 1 skin of this and you're set, but also it is so non-drying. It doesn't cause any drying at all. A lot of salicylic acids are drying, and a lot of them are formulated with alcohol as well, and can actually be very irritating on my sensitive skin. It's not one of those toners that will make your skin tingle or turn red. You don't feel any of that, but it really does the job. Not only will this work deeply to clear your pores and keep them really clean, but it's also got analgesic properties, which is fantastic because it really kind of soothes and calms the skin down. It's very anti-inflammatory. I would say this is equivalent in hydration to like maybe 3 or 4 skins. It's very potent. In the summer, I don't necessarily use moisturizer over this. This is definitely hardworking and multitasking. You do not need a separate hydrating step after this. When your skin is breaking out, I do feel keeping it super simple is key. However, if you do seek a serum for that extra calming treatment, there are 2 that I find amazing at these times. And there are very few serums I feel are really effective on breakouts. Witch Trends Polyphenols in Propolis 15% Ampoule. This is anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, and antioxidant. It's so good at calming angry, inflamed, acne skin at the same time treating it. This has medicinal herbs that are great at just soothing acne inflammation, as well as like turmeric. This also has propolis and zinc PCA, which is antibacterial, but it's also hydrating in a nice lightweight way that just absorbs quickly into your skin. Klairs Midnight Blue Youth Activating Drops. This is honestly one of my favorite serums of all time. It's just so concentrated, powerful, and effective, especially during breakouts. And it's great at even repairing the skin. When you use it, it absorbs really, really fast. It's quite weightless on the skin. I find that it's just so good and powerful at reducing that red swelling that you get when you have zits. The peptides, the EGFs in here, it just replaces what our skin is losing as we age. Spot treatments, so many horrible experiences with them. You know, when we're talking about like the drying lotions, you know, like the Mario Badescu, that was the OG. First of all, there's just so much alcohol. It used to sting my skin so much, but I always thought, hey, that's part of it. Anything with sulfur, if I put it on any kind of spot, when I remove it, that whole area is so clearly irritated and super red. I definitely veer more towards pimple patches. Certainly they don't cause irritation. My favorite ones right now are the ones from Peace Out. It's a hydrocolloid patch that contains 0.5% salicylic acid, as well as vitamin A and aloe vera. So it's going to hydrate your skin, give it some antioxidant, but also calm down the inflammation and also treat it. I definitely found that using this, particularly in the beginning stages, has flattened things out. If you absolutely feel committed to using benzoyl peroxide, even though you have dry skin and it's just really been something that's worked for you and you don't want to not use it, besides hydrocolloid patches can get expensive, then I would recommend use a 2.5%. Don't use anything over that because it can actually be very drying. I would recommend this one from Replenix. This is their Acne Gel and it works so well. The texture is also fantastic. The minute you put it on your skin, it just doesn't stick around. It instantaneously absorbs. You can apply moisturizer over this, and if you're using a very lightweight moisturizer, then you could probably use this over that. I don't think you need to be scared of richer creams, but just keep the layers light. Anything that shouldn't clog pores can, if you put enough of it on. I love all the moisturizers from La Roche-Posay's Toleriane line. I've talked about the Double Repair one. I've talked about the Ultra Nuit, but you know, it's got the prebiotic thermal water. It's just so fantastic for dry skin without being overly heavy. Otherwise, Dr. Sam's Flawless Moisturizer, again, a moisturizer that was created for people who are prone to adult acne. It's got this beautiful rich texture, but it's also a bit gel-like as well. And it just gives you that beautiful kind of silky finish on your skin. This also contains 5% niacinamide, which again is wonderful for calming the inflammation down. Another hardcore anti-inflammatory, soothing, replenishing, nourishing moisturizer is this one from Klairs, their Midnight Blue Calming Cream. Especially if your skin just needs that extra care. Perfect if you have any kind of sensitivity. Great for dry skin. This obviously has the guaiacylene in it. It's got that beautiful rich blue color. It's just so calming and soothing on your skin, but it also has a lot of Centella asiatica. But yeah. Sunscreen's absolutely paramount. You have to use it, but you know, probably the biggest incentive would be, if you don't want that red scarring to last so long, wear your sunscreen. When your skin is dry and you have acne and you walk outside, it's even drier, I would definitely stay away from the very boozy sunscreens. In my experience, I would stay away from any high percentage zinc or mineral sunscreens. I actually feel safe chemical sunscreens are so much better for dry skin. So I've mentioned this a few times in the past, how every time I use any sunscreen with like 12% or over of zinc oxide, it just irritates my skin to a point where it just burns. I think if you have oily skin, absolutely wonderful. Use all the zinc oxide you want, but for the rest of us, it's a harsh astringent ingredient. But people say things like anything under 20% zinc oxide won't protect you. The percentage of zinc oxide has very little to do with how effectively a sunscreen can actually protect you. It's the quality of the zinc, but also it's all about the dispersion of it in the formula. The technology, formulation, supporting ingredients all work to boost the effectiveness and protectiveness of a sunscreen and not necessarily the percentage of the ingredient. In fact, a lot of sunscreen is being made now that is better for sensitive skin because the technology is advanced and people are actually trying to keep the percentage of sunscreen filters to a minimum, but still provide maximum protection. I'll be doing a video shortly of my favorite dry winter skin sunscreens, and there'll be more of that there. That's it, guys. This is just the approach and some of the formulas that have really helped my skin during times where it's been really dry and it's been breaking out. Treating this is so different from oily skin with acne. I will definitely have more videos coming out on this subject soon. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this helpful. And until next time, I'm wishing you great skin health. Bye.